comrades needed to hear that from you.
Yeah.
And maybe moving on to the next question. Appointment of some editors and sub-editors. How is that done? Because the notion out here is that position, or rather those two positions, are usually a token of shaking hands or a thank you for the support given during political campaigns. It is a reward, and maybe when we follow that protocol, that means that that position we will have incompetent people. What do you have to say about that?
Okay, appointment of some editors
and the sub-editors.
Okay, maybe that's what is in their head and that's what they think. And each and every person is allowed to think anything and maybe make decisions. We are in a democratic world. But according to me, is that they applied. They appeared before the interview panel. And those that are there, or those that are usually there, are simply those that the panel decided that they're the ones that are fitting the position.
But you see, there is one difference of us, you releasing that students apply for those interested, apply for this post of SOMU editor and sub-editor. On the other hand, you as the people who have already got into office know the people you want. You already know this is the wacha tu wa apply, but tunajua ni akina nani ambao tunapatia hicho kiti, because that is the slogan out here actually. And that is very sad, because once if that is what is followed, we will end up having incompetent people doing that work.
Okay, let me say something. Why is it that you're saying that we already know, and even maybe the public knows that last time Mary Wanja supported Ian Inodhia. So now Mary Wanja is our sub-editor. No. If you already know, why do you go ahead and apply?
Because maybe that is what is stipulated in the contract. You must apply for us to see. You're not being biased. You're not being. Are you getting?
I
so
think
you must release it to us, but mnajua ni akina nani ambao mtaweka kwa hiyo.
I think biasness is now on the side of those that are applying, and they already know that this post belongs to Mary Wanja. Yes.
No,
Okay.
Maybe you're the ones who.
You are not giving us the direct answers, Mr. President.
That's the best I can do. That's the best answer I can give.
You say I can be your supporter.
Yes.
And, now for you now to reward me, you can tell me that, Steve, this position now belongs to you. Just go and apply for the comrades to see that your name is on that list. So you will just automatically give me that position because I was your follower.
So that one.
So you are just disclosing the answers to us. Yeah.
In an indirect manner.
I'm not disclosing. I think I've answered this thing. You're just amazing me. Because you want me to give you an answer that I don't have. The answer that I have is, people are usually made to apply. They appear before the interview panel and they give us the feedback. In fact, we're only there just to, as ex-officials, just to oversee.
So what are the protocols that are followed? Maybe ex-officials, you will also have something to contribute about a certain person. You say, okay, why would you shortlist, choose Kinodhia and say this one, this position, no.
Okay. How they usually do it, or how we did it, there were questions that were directed to the applicants.
What are some of them?
Okay, some of the questions were, tell me about yourself.
And basing on that position, because you cannot tell me,
Yes.
Tell me about yourself.
Basing on that position.
Basing on that editorial policy, are they aware of that? Those who are
That's why they're there. It means they're aware of it. They're aware of the policies.
Let me rather ask Ikua, aka Kinodhia, how is your take on that? The election of the sub-editor, the editor, you as a
or maybe consume a lot of rumors from other people. For example, if I was interested in the position of some editor, whether I supported Elisha or I did not support it, I can apply. I can apply for that position. So the good thing is that whether the public has it that this position will always be, I mean, rewarded rather than be given, I think then the student council should have restricted, but now should have restricted and say this position should only be applied to those who supported us. But the good thing is that the position is open. Everyone can apply and can go through the interviewing panel, and if you are best suited for that position, then you'll be given that position despite your political stand in the last elections. So I think the issue of SOMU editor and sub-editor has nothing to do with the politics.
Okay, we hope that is what happens.
Yeah, due to time, we'll just go to another question. Mr. President, okay, before we go to the problem facing comrades, please take us to some of your projects, because during your campaigns, you had so many manifestos to comrades.
Yeah, and maybe interjecting you, Steve, during your campaign time, you said, I'm quoting exactly your words, I will ensure that comrades will confirm and talk to rental owners to ensure that they build strong fences, to ensure that they security. Also encourage self-defense programs and conflict defense themselves. Those were some of the
Okay, now just mention to comrades some of your manifestos which you have achieved this tenure you've been in.
93 days.
In just 1 minute. because of time.
Just 1 minute. Okay. Let me say that I've achieved a lot. I work in silence and people can see. And I think number one thing, as I was campaigning, I said that I'll plead on your behalf. Let me remind us that number one thing, the ultimate goal of being in Maseno University is purely academics. I think you've not had problems as it used to be before. Things to do with the timelines, things to do with we've started exams, we've not registered for unit. Okay, if that is the case, I think you saw it last time. I just resumed office and there was pressure here and there. Some thought that I could fail, but I never. Each and every student registered for the exams and did it. That's one thing that I've achieved, that each and every person managed to do the exams. Number two, January 4th, 2024, first years were to sit for exams. Okay, let me take you back a little bit. We have this thing called the new funding model. It is a headache to all the Kenyans. It is a headache nationwide in our universe, for our university students, maybe those that are in colleges. It is a big problem that we are facing. And I think in our case as Maseno University, in coordination with the Directorate of Student Affairs, we decided that we want our students to receive the scholarships to help fund their education. We even went an extra mile and called the help people, and we were in school for a whole week just to offer services to our comrades, so that each and every comrade that is eligible to receiving the help and the scholarship has the chance to check their status and verify if they'll be able to receive the fundings. That's a great achievement, because some of them are used to even check their details and even call the help directly that there is so and so. Mary Wanja is having a problem. The portal states that it is in allocation stage. The exams are approaching. Are we going to help me, sir? Then it is like, okay, send me the details. Then the next day I just receive a call that my status now is reading disbursement in progress. That's a great achievement that I've made so far. My main aim is to ensure that each and every student have ease of attending lectures, and not only attending lectures, but also having the chance to sit for exams, because I usually reason street lights. And we discussed and I informed them of the same, and they told me that they're also working on it. And the people that have started working on those chairs, and I think we just need to give them time, because there are things that has to go under procurement. Allow me also expand it to you that it is not just you say then it is done the next day. there is the protocol to be followed. There has to be a requisition, the request for funds. It is approved, they're given the funds to facilitate 1, 2, 3 activities.
But this is an alarming issue. Why can't they solve it as early as possible? I think that so many people find it very difficult. Once they have a class, they have to work from different lecture halls, looking for chairs. Why can't? Because this started before you getting into the office.
Okay, it is an alarming issue, but still it has to go through the protocol.
Okay, and since time is not on us, I just slightly issue the issue of payment of classrooms. How about it?
Class reps are going to be paid.
When?
Okay, I was once a class rep. And if I say that class reps are going to be paid, the question shouldn't be when, the question should be, are we going to be paid?
And how
Because, you want me to disclose how much?
Yes.
Let it not be anonymous. Yes, please.
No, that one I'll not disclose. Yeah. But what I know is that I'm working on it, and it can even happen tomorrow. You never know. It is a matter of the same way I had said. It is a matter of requesting for funds.
Okay.
Then it is approved. Then we release the funds.
So it also goes the same process.
Yeah, so
as the one
hopefully
for
the class reps will
Yes.
be patient enough. They have heard it is a matter of a protocol is followed. And maybe slightly on the last question, the issue of your networks with other varsities, how is it? And how does that help Maseno at large?
Okay. I've started building networks, and just before we break for the December holiday, there were people from Egerton University who came to our school just to benchmark. We are also planning to do a benchmark. We are still consulting on the dates here and there.
And that, how are those benchmarking supposed to help us?
The benchmarkings, they usually help us in that what happens in other universities that are not in Maseno University. But what I would like to say is, research has it that Maseno is one of the best universities that hao wengine wangependa wakuje wafanye hiyo benchmarking.
What about the postgraduate school?
The postgraduate school, I don't have a clear information about it, but based on the list that I have, I know that they're best catered for. They're catered for, and they are at the heart of Maseno University.
Okay.
Yeah.
And my director tells me that time is up, but maybe you want to say something?
We just have to discuss this, Alicia, concerning the matters of insecurity in Maseno.
Yeah.
Can you say something on that?
Insecurity in Maseno.
Yeah. Maybe
Okay.
if there is collaborative efforts made,
Okay.
maybe with other partners.
Yes, we've tried our level best to work, and let me say something. The other day, I saw a post in this WhatsApp group that there is curfew in Maseno University or around Maseno,
Around Maseno.
but that was not the case. The curfew was on the other side in Vihiga. So, and I had to talk to the policeman that is it true that there is curfew in Maseno University? But so far so good. The issues of insecurity, there is a hostel that was attacked. We had to we went there and we talked to the landlord, and we instructed the landlord that do this 1, 2. We told him to maybe have the place acquainted with the steel doors and all that, because we found that it was the wooden one. And but this is what I can say, that security or safety is a personal responsibility. We don't expect you to walk past maybe past 9, no, 9 maybe. If you are areas, if for example you are staying maybe at Kefri, then you want to get from Maseno University to Kefri at 9. The community around is hostile. But let me also say that I think 2 days ago there was a memo that I produced, the advisory I noticed on security. I don't know whether you saw it. It is the comrades, we are our own enemies at times. But once I know that Wanja has 1, 2, 3 the laptops in her hostel, then maybe I can talk to some of the people who can go and rob her. we've done research and we've realized that most of these attacks, they are comrades' initiatives. We are our own enemies. So what I would like to say is that let us be there for each other. Let us know that we came here to study. Let us not attack each other. Maybe we have disagreements, let us just talk it out and settle it there. Yeah. But so far, the insecurity, I think it is a bit stable. We've not had so many attacks, and people have been cautious enough. Yeah, and we are hoping that it continues that way.
On that issue of security, in your manifesto there was the aspect of ensuring that we have programs where students can learn on self-defense mechanisms. How far have you gone with that?
Okay, let me say that the fact that I've worked for 93 days, there is what we call that there are things that we're supposed to put in place so that we start executing. I want you to start monitoring me from today going onwards. From today going onwards. That are we going to achieve this? I know that I'm not perfect, and I even stated it as I was campaigning that I'll do what I can do because I'm a human being. But what I can promise comrades is that I'll give them my best, the best that I can. And let me say it here that on Sunday we're going to have an event, and we invite all the comrades. The event is security sensitization and cyber threat awareness.
Maybe the venue, tell them.
The venue, Amphitheater, West Wing. Time, 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. All are welcome.
Okay, maybe, Mr. President, your last word to comrades as we end.
I think before his last words,
I think that one, I'll give you an chance.
No, not my last word. I think I have a question to the chairman now that I'm representing the entire comrades. There's this question that has been raised by almost every student, especially those who are seeking services from our offices. For example, you want a service in the student affairs, finance, student admin, but there's this say, and then people have saying and students have been complaining that most of those people are very rude to the students, and there's that enmity of that, there's a gap, between the administration or between those people working within those offices and the students. So I think that is an issue that has been complained to us between. So I would like our chairman, I think, to explain to us how is the intermediary between the student and the administration. How can he liaise with the administration to ensure those rude workers can be even fired or even be trained on how to handle students?
Okay, thank you very much. First and foremost, let me say that let us avoid generalization. If you feel like the workers are rude to you, then just approach me. Some approached me and I had to take them to those workers. Or I can just literally call them from where I am, that so-and-so was in your office of admission. He or she is saying that you are not able to serve or accord him the support that he or she needs. Then now the worker will be able to explain it to me. So if any comrade feels like maybe he once approached a worker, the staff that is rude to him or her, just come out clearly. Don't don't generalize. It is you who is affected, not Wanja, not Ikua. So just come out clearly and state that today I went to this department.
Maybe my director told me that time is really, really not my just 0 minute of parting shot of words from our guests. Very quickly, Elisha Oyugi, your last shot to the comrades.
Okay. Allow me thank you. Are they watching or listening?
Watching.
Allow me thank you for having listened and watched me speak to you. And as I mentioned earlier, that we are hoping for the best, and I'm going to give you my best. But have it in mind that Oyugi Elisha is just a normal human being If maybe I've wronged you or I've not met your expectation, let's just solve it and have it addressed.
And Ikua, your last shot, and let it be brief, kindly.
Thank you. First of all, is to thank you for giving us this opportunity, we as the students, because we have seen other people giving maybe opportunity to our leaders. But it has been a good session whereby you have also taken that chance also to listen to the students of Maseno University. I believe that it is for the first time I think I've seen a very approachable, adaptable and very accommodative student leaders who always listen to us. And I would urge my fellow comrades, in case you have any concern, any query or any question, I think they have now the offices, we can maybe approach them and we can sort out our things. In case we have something, maybe ideas, because the chairman have said we have the constitutional review, I think we can channel to them, and let us also participate to all activities that the SOMU are giving us. For example, we have the security meeting. Let us also join to those meetings. Let us not only be yapping outside, but also be part and parcel of the student organization. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ikua Ian. Thank you, Elisha Oyugi. And this has been the political chapter with me, Mary Wanja.
Together we'll listen.
Till next time.